Fun. Here we are.
Yeah. It's
Oh
the
dear.
planned for game week 17. I mean, I'll start with the positives, of which there aren't many. But we okay, so we had Reece James, so did a lot of people. Trippier doesn't really matter because also everyone has Trippier. Okay, good that we kept Salah. That's nice. 12 points is a nice reward for spending so much on a player. And Rashford was another sort of highlight, obviously in form from the World Cup, and continued that for United. Haaland captain again is par for the course. But there's probably more negatives than positives. So um, yeah, I can see you grinning there, Alex. I don't know if you if we start at the back, you're quite insistent on Zunu there over Kepa. And that's not gone
It
well,
made
is it?
even worse when I saw the Chelsea result. I was
Yeah,
willing Bournemouth to do something, anything.
yeah. Nathan Jones is a solid Southampton team there, um, keeping keep not giving no clean sheet. So yes, a point for Bazunu, but of course we don't buy players for one game. We give them a bit of
Oh
a run
yeah, we
to
do.
prove their worth. So there is that. Uh, players like Elise didn't show up, but De Bruyne,
Bad luck, yeah.
City scoring three, was it? No involvement. Cancelo getting a rare benching, bit frustrating. But I don't think that'll continue to happen. Maybe that's a bit of a World Cup hangover. We'll see anyway. But they didn't keep a clean sheet, so it's not like he lost out on much. And then Callum Wilson just missed completely not playing after a bit being no news about this. We can't be blamed for that. I think apparently he was ill. Um,
And the frustrating thing is that if we knew he would have been ill, odds are we would have had someone like we would have either had
Mitrovic.
Martial or
Yeah,
Mitrovic.
yeah, probably was Martial, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and then of course Newcastle getting a penalty, he would have taken it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of them. So a Greenwood on our bench with 4 points, but no one was starting Greenwood, so that's fine. 76 points then on a most weeks that's decent, but not
We
this
go.
week. It was in a pretty sizable red arrow, so it was a high scoring week. So not a great return for Team TSZ after the World Cup break, but onwards and upwards. So okay, so Reece James, I think reports are he's out for about a month. Um, Classic Reece James plays 53 minutes or whatever it was, gets subbed, sorry, misses out on the clean sheet. So wonderful. Um, so he's a transfer waiting to happen. Um, and then Callum Wilson not been spotted in training doesn't mean he's not going to play against
Oh
Leeds.
dear. Oh dear.
Um, but at least he has a chance, whereas Reece James has no chance. So I would say he's probably the most pressing transfer. We could always make two. But our bench isn't that's it's not looking great, is it? So I would say I'd say Reece James is probably the move. So let's see how much we've got. 0.1 in the bank, so not a great amount of leeway. I mean, I could throw a couple of options at you here.
Go on.
They're not that exciting, but we could get a United defender in. They've got a double coming up. Obviously they started off well. Let me
Yeah, they did. They conceded, but yeah, they started off well. They've got a lot of injury problems. Luke Shaw, 4.9. Um, it's probably the play or Varane. All of them are fairly cheap. What about Kukurea as
I'm
well?
afraid, sorry, they don't have a double. I thought they did. Yeah, Kukurea is another one. If we want to do a sort of like for like.
I'm just thinking for doubles, basically, in that state.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't even afford. Or can we? Yeah, we can afford them. Of course, we can.
he has gone up in price, but we can't afford him. So if we look at him, and then he's on 5.2. So
Yeah.
yeah, he did play, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, with Chilwell injured, he's going to play. Surely. With Chilwell injured, he's going to
Yeah, how
play.
long's Chilwell out for?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Last time I heard, it's a hamstring injury. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, but obviously, Cucurella does have the versatility playing on the left, but also as in the back three. So it is a move that makes sense. Um,
Safe move, but hey,
yeah, I guess the
ultimately,
other one I was thinking of is just doubling up on Newcastle
Yeah,
because
I would have
solid.
preferred
Uh,
Botman.
it's not the worst
yeah,
option. Not the
so
worst at all.
Ben
What are
Botman.
that? Are their fixtures getting tougher or their
I
fixtures?
don't think they mind right now.
Yeah, true. Oh, some good home games there. I
I've
wouldn't be
got
against it. I wouldn't be against it.
I've got Pope, Botman, and Trippier, and it's working like a dream.
Well, the triple up. Yeah, it's
Oh, I like that. Ballsy, but good.
because
I
basically,
wouldn't mind doubling up on Newcastle if I got outvoted on that. My Newcastle are something at the moment, aren't they? They are. Time to take them seriously. They're second in the league or third in the league.
yeah, what it at least does is it makes you want a Newcastle clean sheet because
Yeah.
having Trippier alone, you're not getting any benefit from that.
Yeah, if anything, you're not getting a benefit because loads of people will also have Pope.
Yeah,
It also frees up a lot of money. This Chelsea double isn't great.
no.
I don't think they keep a clean sheet against City, and Fulham are good. They're quite good.
I think you're selling me this well, Adam. I'm not going to
It's
lie. You're
if
selling me
we
this
save
very
money
well.
on
I'm looking at his
Botman,
prices here.
we can
4.4.
and if we do this, we could change Elise to Almiron and finally get on that bandwagon.
No. No. No, we can't. Well, we
Uh,
can't.
Ale-
We
Alex
can't
will
because
never admit
we've got
you're
three
like Jack
Newcastle with
Grealish.
it. Yeah.
You never think that Almiron is actually a good player, but
Elise was a mad sub. I just feel like
No,
I
that was bad luck for what it's worth. He was playing well from what I was hearing. He was looking good, Palace, and then they had the sending offs, the red cards, first red card, and then it's game over when that happens. That's just a freak. I wouldn't look if you want to upgrade. I'm okay with upgrading if you can find some better, but I wouldn't totally write him off based on that. Especially they've got Bournemouth away next. He scored their last away game. It's
yeah, we
or
couldn't.
their second last away game. I'm happy to do Cucurella to Botman.
Yeah,
I am happy with that.
I'm not hot on Chelsea at all. I don't really understand them as a team right now.
James to Botman. Um,
James to
so
Botman.
yeah, and also in terms of Almiron, we'll be tripling up on Newcastle anyway now, so
Yeah,
that would be something we wouldn't be able to do
Well,
straight away. But
we'd have three Newcastle, so we
yeah,
can't do Almiron
yeah, that's
if
what I'm
we
saying.
get Botman.
Yeah. So
Now, what we could do, if you want me to quickly say, if we do that, if you really desperately want Almiron, what we could do is use another transfer, upgrade Wilson to someone else, and then do Almiron next week, which is very soon, isn't it? Obviously, with the Christmas period, the deadline is Monday, so we can do that. But yeah, we can't get Almiron in straight away right now.
Can we
no,
can, can we confirm this and see what the team looks like? Then
I'm happy to go with that transfer. You've sold that to
doing
me.
it.
Fair play.
Botman's coming in.
we haven't got much money, so it's nice to have a bit to play with.
Yeah, yeah, I respect that.
Um,
I'm gonna sneeze.
I'm tempted to play Wilson just in case.
Yeah.
Probably instead of Elise. I don't know. Yeah, there's no one else I'd not play. Andreas, perhaps, but you know what he's like.
Yeah, I would go with that. Things with Andreas, though, interestingly, I was looking at his returns yesterday, and coincidentally, he hasn't actually ever got a double figure return at home, which I was interested to see. I thought he would have a double figure return at home by now, but he hasn't. He's a really good 4.5, isn't he? Like he's not like prolific, but he's
No,
solid,
no,
absolutely
he's
solid.
outperformed his price, but he's more like a mid-price
Yeah,
player.
he's absolutely solid. He's a solid 5.56 million. and he's been priced too cheap.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is what
Not
I
a
go.
bad team. That's not
No,
a bad team.
I
Yeah.
don't think we don't really need to tear up the book, just 1 week into unlimited transfers. So,
How much
let's
money
give
do we
another
have
run out.
if we transfer out Wilson? Just want to see.
We would have just under 9 million, I think. We can have a look, but we would have just under 9 million, I think.
Is that not enough for Darwin?
I don't think so. I think we just miss out.
I really think I mean he's he's getting enough chances, isn't he?
He is getting chances, that's for sure. He's
Yeah,
not taking them, though.
nice if you put them away. Um, Darwin, not no, yeah, we can't afford him.
We can afford someone like
Havertz,
Chelsea. We can afford Kai Havertz.
Or
They've got
Mitro.
Mason Mount, and everyone's on Chelsea at the moment. It is strange. It's due to the double game week, obviously, but there aren't many striking options really there that excite me at the price that we have. We have 8.8 million, and I don't see anyone really there that makes me think, oh, want them desperately that we can afford.
I just don't think a double with City and Fulham is really a double. I don't think Graham Potter plays well against City anyway. I don't see that. I think City could be like a 5-0 mad game. I don't think Chelsea are doing much this season. Every time I see them, I think they get quite lucky results considering how they're playing.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can.
They're
a weird team. I just think with the change of manager and everything, they may be still figuring out. Think Potter's still trying to get them the way he wants to play. Can you check if there are any like midfielders that would be enticing enough if we were to like dump Elise, just to see how much we've got? 1.5. So we get Elise, we'd have 6.
I would like, and maybe it's not it's not a transfer for this week, but Mitoma at Brighton, I prefer to Elise.
I tell you who else I would prefer to Elise, Odegaard. And he's 6.5. We can afford him if we made a transfer after this game. Arsenal have got Brighton away next, haven't they? What are Arsenal's fixtures like going forward? Have they got... No, they're another one that fixed. Here's a fun fact really quickly I should mention. Newcastle home, Tottenham away, United, so tough. I watched Arsenal for the first time, like really focused on them in their last game against West Ham, like really watched them for 90 minutes, and I was genuinely impressed. I was shocked at actually how good they were. They were like a Man City light, just in terms of keeping the ball, movement with the ball, total domination. Really, even without Jesus, and no wonder Jesus has been such a good signing for them. But really impressed, and I would have no problems jumping on there. Someone like Odegaard.
They're not top of the league by chance.
Yeah, 100%. I've realised that now. They are not top of the league. Like, if they've been playing like that all season, they deserve to be where they are.
Martinelli's another one that's just continuing to get returns, and we could just about afford him.
I think if Martinelli loses minutes, if they buy this Mudryk guy,
it's why I'd like Odegaard as well, because he's more of a differential, and we're at that stage where I would like to, take more. But we've got people like Haaland and and Salah and Trippier. I would like us to go more differential for other spots. Someone like Odegaard would fill that void. I'd love Saka, but we can't afford him. We'd have to downgrade Wilson at some point in the future if we wanted Saka.
Yeah, I'd say we make these calls for the next game week.
Yeah. Okay.
Bank for 4 points. I don't think we need to at least give them a one more game, and then we can assess it after 2 games. And then going into game week 18, which I think it's not the double, is it? It's
can I have a quick look if you scroll down? We can.
Is it? This is game week 18 coming up, and then it's
game week 19 is a double. Yeah, it's Chelsea, and is it Fulham as well, or is it just Chelsea?
Chelsea and Fulham, yeah.
Chelsea.
So our thoughts might change then. So
we're going to go Wilson to Mitrovic surely next week.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, okay. I think we go with this, guys.
All right, I'm down with that. Captain Erling, vice captain Salah worked well last time.
Not even a debate, is it? And then Bazunu, let's try him over Ward. Okay, all right. Thanks,
let's
guys.
try him over Ward, and Ward has Liverpool away. Says it all, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy. I am happy with that. If we get any news about Cancelo, if Pep gives us any news and for whatever reason tells us Cancelo is not going to play, I don't think he will, then Elise can come in. But I'm happy with that. I think he'll come in anyway, because if Wilson's not been training, not been seen, I don't think he'll play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Best of luck for the game week. And a happy new year to all.
Happy New Year
Indeed.
to you guys too, and to all.
Okay. Cheers, guys.